Hey guys, welcome back to my layout. This will be a layout update for April. I've been pretty busy. I've been doing a lot of different stuff. I'm working on quite a few different things down on the layout itself. I've also been deck laying and renumbering a few different locomotives, as well as some DCC and sound installs. So let's get started and I'll show you some of the different things I've been working on this month. So a couple weeks ago I was working on this Kato AC 4400. This one came as an ESU lock sound, the Kobo Special, and it was number 9608, so I renumbered it to 9815. CP guys will know the significance of that locomotive. I also added a couple detail things to it. I added Details West MU hoses on the front. There you can get a better shot of it. The Details West MU hoses and the double train line hose there underneath the coupler. I also added a decal. It's not completely 100% accurate, but behind the MU cable there. I also changed the number on the rear. Added another decal under the MU cable there, same deal about the safety warning, and the E knuckle and F knuckle stickers above the MU hoses, as well as a Details West train line hose. Turned out pretty good. This was my first decaling project. I'm actually really happy with the way it turned out. Future project will be to remove that non-prototypically correct double rear headlight that's on this locomotive. The CP only has one on their AC 4400. For those guys who saw my video a couple weeks ago, would have seen that I finished installing DCC and sound in this IC SD70, and I renumbered it to 1003. See there on the number boards. And I also put DCC and sound in this SD75i, and it's running really well. They're good runners together because they're just about speed matched. They have the same drives. They're both Athearn Genesis, so they are a good match to pull trains with. And you also probably would have saw that I picked up some new rolling stock a couple weeks ago. That's a Kato 3-car well set. I picked up 3 of those coil cushion cars there. The 2 brown ones are Atlas and the middle one is Walthers. A Walthers bulkhead flat car there. Really nicely done. Car's die cast, nice and heavy. Track's really nice. And the guy in Calgary had these CN high cubes on sale for like 20 bucks, so I picked up a couple of those. So that consists in that video with the ICSD70, it's new to me rolling stock on my layout. I spent quite a bit of time working on this section of highway or secondary road or whatever you want to call it. I put the little cement culverts in and painted them. Kind of a gray and the inside's black. Those are just pieces of just a Bic pen that I cut up. And then so I can see I obviously painted lines on the highway there. Just used 1/4-inch masking tape, painter's tape, and just masked them off and painted them. I built the Osborn Model Kits modern day Canadian crossbucks. Put those up. Really nice. They look awesome. They're really super easy to build too. Just stickers you pop on. See there, I painted the backs of them gray. Try to simulate the ones that you see at crossings in Alberta. So I kind of went on a rampage here. It was so flat in this area, I just wasn't liking the look of it, so I tore everything up and I added I went out to the garage and cut some pieces of foam to kind of make like a berm looking thing. And I also dug in to make it look like there's some drainage around the road and around the parking lot, just to try to give it a little bit more of a profile so it's just not so flat. And I also dug in there. This is going to be like a storage area where they keep parts and stuff, and I'll just build build a bunch of stuff out of scrap pieces, and this will just be a gravel area, but I dug it down about 1.5 inches just to try to give it some more profile, and also for purposes of filming, I can get my camera down below the level of the locomotive there, and give me some better shots of locomotives in the yard. So it serves two purposes, digging that out a bit. And obviously you can see I painted the lines on the parking lot in here. Same deal as the highway. I just masked it off with 1/4 inch painter's tape and just took my time, and it turned out really nice. Since I'm getting close to being done on the other side of the layout, I thought it was time to start picking away over at this side. So first of all, I should probably thank Tim Stevens for taking that picture, because I've been using those pictures a lot for building just references for size and stuff with the coal tipple that I'm going to put in here. So I built a couple mock-ups. This is the first one I built. And it's just a little bit too small for my liking. I thought it needed to be just a tad higher. This would have been perfect because it's actually evergreen styrene. The siding that they make comes in 6x12 pieces, so that would have fit that perfectly, but it just wasn't meant to be. So I went and built another mock-up, or cut out I should say, not built. And this one, I think this one looks a lot better, so I'm going to go with this. It's about 14 inches high and 6 inches deep. So upstairs I've started building the rough frame, and this is kind of what it's going to look like. So we'll go over to that spur track there that comes out under the bridge and all the way over underneath the tipple once I get this structure in place. You can kind of see the comparison there. That's the real one at Obed, Alberta, and that's the one I'm going to build. So let's go upstairs and I'll show you where I'm at with that project. Okay, so there's the frame I've started working on for the coal tipple. Just building it out of stock basswood I got from a little, actually an RC model airplane place in town. Has a really good selection of this wood, so I just picked up a few pieces of that and just slowly picking away at it. Just connecting them with CA glue. Another thing I was working on, so if you watched the last update, I said I had 3 of those EMD 710 decoders. So I put one in this locomotive, but it's giving me a really hard time. I've had nothing but problems with this locomotive. So actually we'll cut here and I'll show you a little clip I took a week ago when I was working on this one and show you some of the problems I've had with it. But I've got it almost straightened out. I've got the drive running at least now. And I just need to get a little bit of better connection. For some reason the decoder seems like it's losing track power really easily. So hopefully I can get everything, if I get the contacts cleaned on the between the wheels and I think the wheels and the truck is I think where the problem is. So if I get those cleaned, hopefully this locomotive will be running down on the layout soon as well. I don't know if you saw my ES44 DC review, but I've got another review I'm going to do of Intermountain's ST40-2Ws. So stay tuned for that one. I brought the locomotive up. That's the one I'm going to do it on. So that pretty much covers everything I've been working on up to the end of April 2013. So we'll probably see you guys after the Supertrain show. Thanks for watching.